Hi everyone, this is my another video and I wanted to talk about something totally different today. I wanted to talk about a web series called Breaking Bad. Here I have completed the full seasons of Breaking Bad, but the one thing definitely that is going to stuck in my mind is how this beautiful series called Breaking Bad is made and what about the characters who played a very beautiful role, and they are so alive in not only in my mind but in everyone's mind. Talking about the Walter White, Haggins or the guy named the junkie fellow. I'm not getting the name of his that one, but Jimmy or Remy, I don't know, was the one, and the way that they acted was so much insane that everybody is already a fan of a series called Breaking Bad. Well, what lessons we can learn out of the Breaking Bad? That is, I wanted to discuss and talk about it. The first lesson that I see is from the Walter White, the person who is a main character, or you can say is in the anti-hero role, who started very poor as a chemistry teacher, where everyone is now questioning him based on his financial situation, his the way of the way he deal with his passion about chemistry. But the moment he realized that the world is not going to improve and he is the one who need to change himself, and he wanted to become the person who can do anything in this life, what he has done with his passion that he has the with chemicals or the chemistry, he created a meth lab. That is not his passion to create the meth and start selling it up, but he was being so much humiliated by the normal people who were not able to understand his passion about chemistry, his financial situation. But once he changed himself, everything is got changed. A chemistry teacher who worked in a car workshop and get his bill paid and his pregnant wife, and how he was dealing the situation, it was so kind of depressing, but he turned upside down everything with the just effort, and once he become totally uncontrollable, then he become unstoppable. The second thing that we can learn about it, that no matter how poor you are in situation or anything is happening with you, you can change everything if you have a determination, if you have a right skills with you, and if you are utilize it in a proper way. And the one of the best things that I really liked about Walter White, though he was a chemistry teacher and he was teaching in a school, still he go and work on that garage for a car wash, and where he was getting a very low wage, but still he was able to do it, that work, because he have to complete his family financials or kind of the things that he need to add it. Now the problem is here, how we are treating this all up, what we can see. So I think from this character of Walter White, I can see the hard work, determination, passion, courage. If you have all these things in one place with you, you can become unbeatable and unstoppable in this world. The second important character that I wanted to talk about more here is the Gustavo Gus. Gus is a character who has a full control on his body language, the way he walks, the way he wears his dress, the way he wanted to project himself in an environment where everyone is now being easily get exposed. He made sure that his body language, his company, or his the undercover that things that he do is not get exposed, because he was very much a person who pays attention to detail. He also know that how to hide his identity and how to make sure that everyone should understand that he is the only a person who sells just burger and coffees. Now I see that he's a very sophisticated intellectual person who only talk business in terms of his fake identity. I'm talking about where he sells burger and pizza, but he was very much into it, and nobody can ever believe that he could be the one of the biggest supplier or the drug lord. So what I feel that from this character, what we can learn is to be so much professional that no need to share your things with other people. But if you do it, then it will create a big problem. Now, talking about this, the thing situation that I've shared with you, I wanted to tell you that the Gustavo Fuss is one of the great character and great command in his language, body structure, dressing sense, everything. If you wanted to be like Gustavo Fuss, please do it. It is helpful for you. The another character that I wanted to talk about more here is about the the person called the person called that police officer. I'm not getting his name. He was in the DIA, drug and DEI. He's a very passionate about his job, and no matter how much he get into the trouble, he was the one who was keep on looking for the Walter White, and he wanted to ensure that he is going to bust that racket that is already there and find out that who is operating this entire meth business. And he got shot multiple times. He tried his level best. He found all the evidences that were there, and he wanted to make sure that he is going to get into the details. Eventually, might be he was not being successful, but he tried his best. But at the last, he has done an extremely wonderful job where he was able to share and identify and everything that was there. That was that was the DIA guy. And the another thing is about the one of the character that for that I'm not able to get the name. It's that the guy, the partner of that Walter White has his bug. I don't know, but he called it a junkie. The one thing that we can understand about it, don't be that addict guy. And where Gustavo was already said that don't ever trust addicts, and that is what we got to know from him. And because he made his all the decision in a state of being high, and which created a lot of problem. And every time he always invite troubles for everyone, where the Walter White is the sophisticated person, he is just opposite of it. Though he has a good links where he can sell his drugs at the initial stage, but later on he started doing a lot of things, lot of problematic things that is going to expose them in front of everyone. So the one thing that we can learn from it, whenever we are working with the addicts, and whenever we are working with the people who are not good, then we can make sure that we have to find out to improve and invite and everything, that we cannot get into the trouble because of them. Now, that's all I wanted to say about the people that are there, and wanted to tell about the people, the things that are there, and improve it up. Well, now I have already talked about all three characters. If we combine these three characters, the series becomes the Breaking Bad, one of the bestest series in this world, ever watched by multiple people, and the characters remains in our heart alive. But the one thing that I wanted to try to explain you here is to be almost every character has their positives and negatives. So do not take negatives. It is going to be harmful for you. If you are able to identify anything, try to avoid that thing. The second thing is that if I talk about the positives, always accept and add those positive in yourself, and which is going to help you to become a better person. Well, now this is how the things work. This is how the things you need to make sure and improve and improvise. And well, that's how the things goes on. And that's what I wanted to say. All right, so I have completed this second podcast, and which made me to come across 245 videos. That is one of my biggest goal and the target. I have to complete 250 videos. I think the moment I will reach there, I will become a way more better speaker than anyone else in this world, but it will require some time, and I am ready to pay and invest my time. I know that I am not able to focus properly nowadays in these videos, but on the other side, on the flip side, I'm always there to invest at least 20 minutes every day so that I can not fall back on the same place from where I started. Additionally, I have started several other things to improve my communication.